Well, I guess we're right about that time. If we want to kick it off.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is the How to YouTube panel, because I figured it'd be something different to do that we haven't really done a panel on before.
Yeah.
Because we all have YouTube channels that we post various things on, all very different, kind of.
Yeah.
So, Race, why don't you say what you do?
Look, it's Kylo Ren Jr.
Oh my God!
He will finish what he started.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
I love your outfit. It's great. He's got a horn and everything. It's great.
Awesome.
great.
So yeah, no, like Paleo said, we all have YouTube channels, and one thing that sometimes people ask us, whether it's online or at these conventions, is various questions involving how to get started, or how to keep or gain an audience.
Yeah.
Granted, we don't know any of those, but we can try our best to answer your guys' questions.
We'll guess.
Yeah.
But you do British React, you do
I do.
vlogs, you do a variety of other random uploads.
I do, yeah. Like there's no real mold. Like some YouTube channels have this is what we do. We only do reactions, or we only do unboxings, or we only do whatever. And that's a lot of microphones.
A lot of fish.
A lot of fish.
No.
Matthew Broderick. Yeah. So I mean, I know for I think a couple of our channels, like you're heavy on reviews.
Yeah, I do most of review stuff, like movies, and also sometimes cartoons and TV shows. And also I do a podcast with Saber that I upload every other week. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
And Saber, you.
I started off doing, random pony videos. I did a documentary, and then I did a legit documentary with this guy.
Yeah.
And then after that, I did some more random uploads, whether it's, an analysis video or a comedy video. But as of right now, I've been kind of just doing a media culture analysis thing on YouTube. No one's gonna be using this mic again. They're like, yeah. And I've been doing my YouTube channel as of late, so that's what I've been doing.
And then my channel I've always had pride in because because it really kind of random with my uploads. Like I have certain series like the low budgets where we take demolition derby cars and paint them up like ponies and crash them. And then the Bronies React series, which is a React series. And then there's the random stuff. Like sometimes I'll just get this wild hair and be like, I want to make a song parody to Zootopia. And I do it. It's
Proud
just,
of that one.
I am very proud of that one. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, really, it's kind of just I think for all of us, I guess we could talk a little bit about how we got started.
Yeah,
into, since I got. Oh, you have
Can I ask
a
a question?
You can ask a question.
How many of you all have YouTube channels of your own? Okay.
That depends.
Okay.
Depends.
Usually, some of us don't have the skill, nor time, nor equipment to actually do reaction videos, documentaries, animations, all that. So the only reason that we have YouTube channels is because you can't watch YouTube videos without a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know some people just set up YouTube accounts to comment and stuff.
If you make a Gmail account, it's an email. YouTube
Yeah,
account.
if you have a Google account, you already have a channel. So
Technically.
yeah,
Wasn't it different back in the day?
yeah, it was different back in the day before Google bought YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Who else had channels? All right. Love and Sky. Tell us more. What do you do?
Blank commentaries to the episode and stuff.
All right. Keep shouting out. What do you do, sir?
I took gaming videos.
Cool. Gaming? Nice.
What do you do?
Gaming videos?
Nice.
Cool. Y'all do Minecraft at all?
Yes.
Nice.
That's very popular.
It's interesting because in this day and age,
Well, thank you.
I realized I had the mic the whole time.
Yeah. What do you say?
It's interesting because, I guess I always like to let people. I mean, well, not make them, but I appreciate that we live in a day. We have another mic. Ooh.
I'm gonna just take over.
Test.
I can sit with them.
Ooh.
You can sit wherever you want.
That's fun.
Because you have
Freedom. No. How cool is it that?
There's another one here. Oh.
Double thank you.
Stereo.
Yeah. Bought the soundtrack toy.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I'll turn one of these off so that the battery doesn't.
As long as you don't turn off the orange one. I think the orange
You
one.
just turn off the
Okay. I was kind of like, wait, is it still working? It's off.
I'm colorblind.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, it's really neat that we live a day where, like, the average Joe has access to, making entertainment and putting it online. That's
Which
really
I
neat.
think we all consider ourselves average Joes.
I mean, we're just,
Yeah.
typical people who just got on the internet and made stuff. And that's the cool thing about it is there's a lot of the, I guess, American dream idea behind it all. Where it's funny because the guy who's most popular is Swedish, but still,
U.S.
yeah, good job, guys. So it's really neat to think that anybody grassroots can pop up and become the next big thing, or not even huge, just having fun. And
Huge.
We'll make a big, huge YouTube channel.
Huge Jackman.
But yeah, if you guys want to ask questions, fire away. This is our time to talk to you all and just shoot back and forth.
Yeah.
And you could just raise your hand, or you got a question.
How do you get more followers?
More followers? How do we get more followers?
Yeah, it's really tricky because like
There's
anybody,
no right answer.
Yeah,
There
anybody
is,
who
yeah.
just starts out, it's going to be incredibly hard.
Yeah, it's about establishing yourself when you're just getting started. One thing that I think helps out a lot when you're trying to gain a following is to, especially when you're starting out, is to be ready to start out small,
Yeah.
but still get content out there, get quality out there, have stuff so if you ever do have a video that ends up taking off or getting popular or a lot of people start spreading around, one thing a lot of people will do is then go to your channel and see, was this a one-time thing or do they have other content that I might like? And I think that's where you start actually getting or gaining or sticking subscribers, because we've all seen the videos that have 26 million views, and you go and click on their channel and that's the only video on their channel, and they have 150 subscribers because that's the one thing they uploaded back 10 years ago. But yeah, I'd say always keeping a consistent kind of upload.
Yeah,
of content.
it's like finding your niche on
Yeah.
on the site.
Being different helps.
There is no right answer really, because there's
Yeah.
a million different ways to do it.
Like,
And
I think-
new ways being discovered.
I think like my channel, I know that is the one I have currently is actually the third channel I've had.
Yeah.
So because the first channel I had, I made weird music videos with dolphins in them.
I didn't know that.
Where did this channel go?
Yeah.
Bring that one back.
Yeah, and then the second one, I started doing regular vlog type things, but then I found My Little Pony and I started making videos on that. And then after the channel got a copyright strike on it, I was like, well, this channel's dead, so I just abandoned it. And then
What was the strike for?
it was for multiple reviews of the episodes.
Oh.
Yeah. So I just decided I'm just gonna start a new channel that just not use footage for anything.
Yeah. There's a million and one different ways to do it. But like they said, consistency pays off, because if
definitely.
you one upload, people.
Yeah,
and we might make one great upload. There's that guy who made the History of Japan video that got him over 100,000 subscribers from the video alone.
Yeah.
But
But he has other content like it, but shorter. But he was mainly known on Vine before,
yeah.
so
Oh, did he?
yeah.
I thought people stole his videos and put it on Vine. Did
No,
you-
no, that's his Vine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, he made 5, 6-second long videos, and then the next thing he makes is a 10-minute long video. It's talking about the history of Japan, but in a very energetic,
It's his
to me
magnum
way.
opus.
Yeah, pretty much.
What kind of video that is that's a gateway video.
Yes, it is.
That's a good way to get subscribers, is make a video that's very unique about what you do,
Yeah.
and then that's a gateway video for other people to come into your channel.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
That was Brony's rag for me.
Yeah.
When I made that, everyone was like, "Oh my god!" It spread around like wildfire because it was a hot topic at the time. And then when people got to the channel, they're like, "Oh, he's been making other stuff," and that's when I eventually actually started growing subscriber base. So going along with it's good to have content there, and you're gonna slowly grow an audience, but you never know when or if you're gonna have one of those videos that just takes off. So,
Yeah.
did you have a question?
Yeah. My
Bless you.
question. My question was, because of how YouTube and every company is like on a witch hunt for copyright strikes. I'm just wondering, what do you do in order to avoid those said copyright strikes? Is it from fan-made content like, say, Gmods, or is it like reviews and documentaries like you guys did?
Depends.
It does depend, yeah.
Yeah, I use screenshots in all my movie reviews instead of actual footage, and then the screenshots are just shrunken down to be only part of the video. So, but sometimes it doesn't always work because I've only had one video that has gotten a copyright notice. I mean, I haven't got any strikes on that channel, but I've gotten a couple of notices, and one of them was on Interstellar for some reason. So, but that video doesn't have that many views, so I'm not too worried about it.
The first thing YouTube detects when it comes to a video is your audio.
Yeah.
Like, instantly. If you use someone else's song, like Taylor Swift, well, it's either not going to be, they'll shut it down, or any money you could have made from that video is going into their bank account. And then for visual stuff, like I made a top 10 like scariest cartoons video, and for most of that it was pretty easy. No one flagged for anything except for Ren and Stimpy. Viacom was like, you are not going to use our footage no matter what. And there's like only 20 seconds of footage, and I really had to like alter it to make it not look close to the original, because if they find, if it's, they don't want it on YouTube, which I respect.
Did you use an actual cat and dog? What are
Yeah,
they?
Ren's a Chihuahua.
I can get that with the audio. You have to how do you put it? Change it very.
Or use something original.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
either flip this screen, saturate really high.
Oh, for the visuals?
Yeah, but the audio is what really kind of.
Here's what I do. When I'm uploading a video, typically nowadays, thankfully we've moved on from the stage where if something got nabbed as, oh, this is claimed by someone else, it used to just immediately get muted. Those were sad days. 'Cause
Yeah.
There were days where I'd spend like, a week on a project.
Do they not do that still?
Some do, but it's a lot less common. It used to be that if it was flagged for anything,
Oh.
it went away. So nowadays, what I'll do is sometimes I'll upload a song, or do a check. Like if I check on my phone and find that I can find this song in a bunch of videos of this song with like people posting lyric videos or music videos or whatever, that's my sign that A, it's not blocked in other countries. Because if the audio gets blocked in other countries, you can't watch it on your mobile device.
Yes, and that's huge. Like you want people to be watching their tablets and their phones because you get like what 40% of your views from that.
Yeah.
So that's a first check for me is if I'm using a song, can I find that song on my phone? And then the next thing I sometimes do is I'll try and upload maybe just the song by itself or maybe a very early version of what I make.
Yeah, make a rough version and see
then
when it
put
gets
up.
flagged. Because
you don't want it to find out after you're done with this that, oh, it's blocked in the USA. I've had a video get blocked in the USA, and I'm like,
it sucks.
oh, dang. So there's certain checks you can do. That's really all I do when it comes to audio checking.
Use like Undertale.
Yeah,
They show their soundtrack.
Yeah,
Fine.
video game music is usually fine. Not many companies are really too strict about it.
It's the big Vivo
yeah.
things you got to avoid,
Yeah.
like Justin Bieber or Taylor Swift or whatever.
Try everything.
Try. I know that you all familiar with No Whacking? She made it's all about that bass parody video, and that got flagged by Sony. Even though it had original lyrics, original everything, Sony was still like, this is too close to the original, take it down.
And that wasn't even a typical flag. Like that was a
That was a manual. They found
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, like somebody contacted them saying if you don't take this down.
We'll take it to court.
Yeah, so.
And they're like, we can't fight that.
And the thing is that, kind of how we've said with other things so far, it's not always so concrete. Like it's not like there's a website you can go to and just check like, oh, I can use this stuff, I can't use this stuff.
Well, it's funny because YouTube back in the day, they used to have this thing where if your music got flagged, they provided a library of other songs.
At one point, that library had like 5 songs.
No,
which was-
they had this is funny because like back in old YouTube, this would happen and they only had a few songs and people would keep using the same song. It's from what's the song? It's like from 009 Dreamscape.
Yeah.
It became YouTube's national anthem, and people were like, "Oh my God, not this song again!" And it's really like in your face. But now people are like, "I miss this song."
You know what the sad part too is that I had old videos that had music and whatnot, and they got muted. And some of them I just was lazy, never put music over it, or I was upset and just never put music over it. And then other ones I did change. Well, those ones I got muted, like 2 years later, the audio started coming back, and I'm like, oh wait, is it working for the other ones? But the ones that I changed the audio on kept the changed audio. So had I not changed them, most of my videos actually would have been restored.
YouTube's weird.
It's a very strange environment.
It is.
Survival of the
It's
fittest.
altered by laws too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Anything,
Anything
guys. Whatever you want to know. If it's
If it's not even
question,
YouTube
like-
related,
Yes.
never mind. Depends on your definition of partner.
I mean,
I'm married to YouTube.
nowadays it's kind of like you're almost automatically a partner.
they want you
Yeah.
because it's more money for them. It used to be a bit more exclusive back in the day, where like they like, okay, we'll check out your background, and
Yeah.
it's a bit more prestigious and exclusive.
Send in a blood sample.
Yeah, well, it used to be where like yeah, birth certificate.
Yeah.
No, they like their partners were few and far between back then, and you also got perks like the thumbnails thing. I mean, that was a big deal back then. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, thumbnails.
That was a game changer.
That was huge. And now, since Google is like, we really want to make a profit off of YouTube. That's like make everyone a partner, make everyone have these capabilities. If you have 10 subscribers, you're a partner still. We still get
Yeah.
a couple of
5
we get 5 cents from your videos. Because I have an alt channel that's like that, and they still like want to partner with you.
Well, it's a numbers game. 5
Yeah.
cents times 20 million people adds up pretty
And it
quickly.
absolutely does.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was gonna say that.
No, Paleo, we moved on.
Shush.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say that me and Saber are part of an MCN, which is something else that I want to talk about.
Good.
About MCNs are like a third-party partner for YouTube. If you join an MCN, there's a lot of different ones. Some of them are shady.
Yeah.
Some of them are good. The one that Saber and I joined is called Frederator, which I'm wearing my cat bug T-shirt to represent him. But what an MCN does is it pretty much tries to help your channel as far as like advise you on different things that you should do. It's not like a promise to like get you more followers or anything.
The ones that do
Yeah.
that are typically the shitty ones. They're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna get you, $1,000 in a month. It's like,
Yeah. But they basically take like a percentage of what your AdSense makes, and they connect it to their AdSense, and then for that they give you like advice and everything.
AdSense is what you make, by the way, the profit you make from your
Yeah.
videos. It's what you get from the advertisements. And the way it works is, because I was very hesitant to join the network, because I thought, man, they're just trying to get a percentage of my money. But the one we joined, we have a guy who's kind of an accountant or whatever,
Yeah, community.
a consultant, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's great. I mean, he's shared a lot of awesome practices, and we've seen improvement, and they actually care. But then there are other networks that they just want your money. That's it. I'm not gonna help you.
I'm actually not with. I've had a lot of contacts for these groups trying to be like, hey, come join us, come join
Hey,
us.
I like your videos. ACRacebest.
AC race, yeah. So
I was gonna say there's actually a funny email I got that was it was kind of like that. It was like, hey, I like your videos, but it was sent out to like 200 different people
Oh,
that was
no.
tagged in the email,
No.
and then people started replying to it. Oh my god, I can't believe I was chosen.
Oh my god, I feel so honored.
I wanna thank Nick Wilde for joining us, by the way, in the back.
Nice. Yeah, but
Yeah, I think I saw another. Did you have another question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of like two.
sure.
One of them was, have you ever thought about like Daily Motion? Because I've seen that their content is like a little bit less strict than YouTube's. And the second question was, if your videos on YouTube were flagged, couldn't you put them like an offshore account? I saw this like on Nostalgia Critics.
What account? Is it offshore?
Yeah, offshore account where you would still get the money rather than having the money be lended to YouTube, even though your video was flagged.
I've never heard of that. For your first one, Dailymotion, I know they're a bit more relaxed with their options because they're a lot smaller.
But
And
nobody's there.
No one's there.
That's the thing.
When you
Yeah.
look at the percentages of like how much traffic YouTube gets, it's massive. Dailymotion is eclipsed by YouTube. It's almost not worth it because the audience is so small. I mean, it's good, you know, from what I hear.
I tried going a day. I uploaded. I can't remember what it even was, but I put something up and it like got muted or whatever, and I was like, no. And I tried to find an alternate route. And I know I at one point went through Dailymotion, and I think it got flagged there too. And I went, I give up.
I actually tried putting up a video that we did a riff of a movie called Kiara the Brave, and
Did you get flagged?
no, it's not that it got flagged. It's that I couldn't upload anything past 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. And also, the thing is, if Dailymotion ever became the next big thing, like, laws are going to start, like, putting Dailymotion on their sites and saying,
Yeah.
all right, well, you guys doing this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, this wrong, we're going to see you in court unless you change this right now.
Basically, the whole cycle will repeat.
Yeah, they're going under the radar kind of right now, because they put, like, MLP episodes up there. That's illegal, because that doesn't belong to them, and that's, you know,
Yeah.
that's copyright. So, that's the only reason why they get away with it, is because they're smaller. Because on YouTube, you'll occasionally see an MLP episode, but give it a month or so, it'll be gone after that. At least in my experience.
Yeah.
Yep. Any questions? Be anything. I mean, we can talk about the episode itself.
What is
Talk about whatever you want.
What? What are you talking about?
Of the new One Punch Man movie.
No, is there anything you guys want to discuss about YouTube in general?
I'm gonna tell you this because I get this a lot from people who are aspiring YouTubers. Like, it's all about finding your voice. It really is. Like, because it gets frustrating because you're like, I want to succeed. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what drives us. And it's about just trying out all kinds of different things and see what sticks. Sometimes you're going to try something, it's going to fail. More often than not, actually. But eventually you'll find something that's you. And you'll have fun with it. And people will like it. And you run with it. And that's just how it works. I mean, you can't like taking like a format that already exists and just try, like, I mean,
Trademarking it?
not trade. Like, I mean, there's a ton of people who do reactions, a ton of people who do Let's Plays. So make it a way that it's your version, that makes it you, that makes you stand out.
That's why I like the Let's Plays by Critical.
Yeah, Critical's great.
Yeah.
And
I think one thing that sometimes people find intimidating is that they hear like, oh, be different. And so when they, okay, I made my YouTube account. What has nobody ever done before? And I think that mindset is, don't start that.
everything's been done already
Yeah.
in a way.
So it's better to not be afraid to try doing something that you've seen that you like. That
you
I want to try
have
this.
nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, like the Bronies React series, when I started doing that, it just was like, hey, this would be a funny parody. And then it took off, and I'm like, well, let's try doing another one, but like on an actual topic. Oh, that worked. Well, and then it's become its own entity now, where it's like, it's completely, well, mostly different from anything the Fine Brothers do, where it's like, I mean, outside of the overreacting and we ask questions. Other than that, it's like it's grown to its own thing. But at the time when I made the first one, I had no idea that's what it was going to end up becoming. I didn't think of it as a series. I thought of it as a one-time funny upload. But you never know, and that's something I think kind of molds over time. You get ideas like, what if I combined two things? What if I did this and did this? I'm going to do a Let's Play reaction series. But you never know. You really don't.
Reese, it's a good thing that you made the React series like during season 2, because I think if it happened during like season 4 or something, it wouldn't take off.
No. Timing
Thank
was
you. Timing is actually one of the
timing
biggest
is
things we
everything.
talk about is if you get something out at the right time, like it could be as small of a window as like a few days, but timing with videos is one of the biggest things to a video success.
There's a really cool success story. Have you all ever heard of somebody called Grade A Under A? Yeah? Okay, so for those who don't know, he's this guy who just recently blew up on YouTube. He just does like random this is what's the deal with the names of animals? What's the deal with gift cards, whatever kind of guy. And he's got this really thick like British accent.
I don't think he's actually British.
He's from Nottingham, he said.
Oh,
So
I thought he lived somewhere else though.
so he's definitely got either like an kind of Australian-esque,
Bye, Drew.
UK area. I saw Drew too. He's tired. Okay, so long story short, he these videos he had a little like it's Microsoft Paint, and in his audio is really crackly and everything, but he was so like overwhelmingly personal and different with his videos that it blew up on YouTube. He went from like, when I found him, he had 30,000 subscribers. He's got like 1,700,000 right now. And this is a guy who uses Microsoft Paint, movie maker, and he records on his phone. So
you really, it's like a testament to the fact that you don't really need that much to make videos on YouTube.
a good idea will surpass any technology. Like, I mean, technology helps, like having good editing or whatever, but having just a raw, good idea, that's the most important thing you need. That's the most important part of the formula.
Yeah, I mean the quality of it helps, but nowadays you don't need a lot of money into equipment. Like you can get a $200 camcorder. It's in HD.
Yeah, your iPhone. You can use your phone.
You know,
even.
for my lighting, I still use like my desk lamp, and I just turn it towards me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like it doesn't. It's sometimes just being creative with how you can keep it cheap.
And what you're aiming at. Like if you're trying to make like a high, you know, amazing looking like, you know, green screen video, lights and green screen are needed. But at the same time, like sometimes by improvising you make something truly amazing.
Yeah.
Any other question? Yes, Kylo Ren.
So what I do with the Bronies Reacts, the way that those are all put together, I've been asked in the past how I get everybody in one place. And, you know, this was back when, you know, Tombstone was still a regular from Israel, and we had, you know, people from Australia and the UK. The way that I have everyone do it is everyone sends me their own individual footage. And when I'm splicing it all together, I think I make some editors cringe the way I do it. Because I put everything in my timeline.
Hate that.
Oh my god.
Hate that. Hate it.
Why?
See what I mean?
Can't do that.
It's the way my brain works with this stuff. And what I'll do is I'll kind of cut everything together, and I'll slice like this is what I want from Saber, which is rare. I'll take some stuff from Paleo, and then I'll just kind of keep dragging things in order.
You're the kind of guy who pours his cereal into his milk. That's you, isn't it?
In the cereal box. No. So what I'll do is then once everything's kind of in order, I'll go through. But really, that's it's just a single cam for most people. Sometimes reactors will add a couple of different like scenarios. If you ever see like multi-cam shots, sometimes that's people getting really creative with one camera, and they'll set up an angle and then work the continuity factor to make it look like, oh, the shot just changed, but it's actually like the same camera that they had to move and then redo their shot. So it's sometimes camera tricks like that. Other than that, it's just a bunch of editing and splicing and putting everybody together like one big sandwich.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thanks for asking.
Any questions? If we don't, we can just talk about,
Life.
politics.
Yeah.
Liberty, poof, through the door. Yes.
If you're like doing a video, like a fan made video or an animation, and there's this really good song that you want to use,
Mm-hmm.
but it's being used, how do I say, but it's already like being made by a high selling company like Ford or something, and you put it in your video. What are the chances that it'll get flagged? And if it gets flagged, what else can you do?
So you're trying to put something that's made by the company into your video.
Yeah, is there a way that you could have it, that you can keep the song but also not get flagged at the same time?
You have to mess with the audio, probably.
Even I've messed with audio myself, and here's an example actually. When I just recently released a song parody to Zootopia. If you want to. This is Brony Mom, everyone. Can we give her a round of applause? She's like taking care of everybody here.
She
You want more water?
runs
Thank you, Brony Mom. Yeah, so with this, I made the song parody to Zootopia, and what we did was Black Griffin, he did the vocals for it, and he pretty much redid the track. But the thing is that we purposely made it really close to the original track. And it got flagged. Not like, it was a weird flag. It was like, your video got flagged, but, do whatever you want with it. We don't care. But the company was the one that I was like, who is this? This has to be like one of those, because sometimes you get companies that just flag everything.
Yeah.
And
Viacom is notorious for that. They don't want anything that's there on YouTube.
it was this the flag. I did some research and I found that the flag was coming from this Polish company that was like, I guess the company that worked for the singer that sang the Zootopia Try Everything song in Polish. Like everywhere else they were like, yeah, no, that's not ours. But the Polish company is like, wait a minute.
That's actually a funny picture on Tumblr where it has, like, I forget what it was, something from like Ubisoft on their channel, but then it says,
it was like Ubisoft UK.
Yeah,
it was like flagged by Ubisoft.
yeah, Ubisoft pretty much flagged itself, and then had a picture where it's like, congratulations, you just played yourself or something. Hasbro's done that, where they flag one of their own videos on their channel. It's like, there's a testament of how broken the automated system really is.
The point of it is that if it's...
Wait, that's not mine. It's yours.
Which is mine.
It's mine.
With audio, if it's gonna get flagged, more than not, unless you're completely remaking the track, it's gonna get flagged.
It's gonna flag.
There's no way.
If it's like some people are chill with like, yeah, go ahead. If it's already on YouTube and whatever, sometimes. But if it's like, once again, if it's like someone from Sony, oh my God, they're gonna get you.
Yeah.
They will get you.
Plus, flags are really become an issue when it's about like monetizing videos. Like a lot of times flags will pop up and be like, don't worry, you're like literally, it's funny because the email will say,
Oh, yeah,
don't worry, you're not in trouble. We're just letting you know that we're gonna make money off of your video. And
which
you're
is
like,
stupid because like you use like 1% of their audio in your video, it's enough to claim your entire video. Which is it's like, oh, okay, well I guess my 99% will go to you anyway. It's dumb. It's brutal.
But yeah, so that's where flags really come into play. But
But then you said something about like that quick flag where you just put the video up for 30 seconds and see if it gets flagged.
that's a
weird.
test.
There's this rumor about like if it's under a certain amount of time, they can't flag it. That's not true. Like
Yeah.
they'll flag it if it's theirs.
If it's like 2 seconds.
They flag it. They'll
Yeah.
flag it.
Yeah, the test that I was referring to is for me to just see like if it gets flagged, how bad is it going to get flagged? Or will
Yeah,
it not?
or I mean, because that's where you can go. Okay, I guess I'll need to try. I use a different song,
Yeah.
or I need to find something else out because I did that. Like, why? That's copyrighted.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
No, but
I didn't know what kind of test ACRacebest had called that, so I just called it
Yeah, no-
test.
yeah, it's an unlisted video.
A flagging test.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because what I'll do is sometimes I'll be really early in a project. Like when I was making the song parody to Zootopia, and I uploaded a really early version of it just to see what'll happen, what'll pop up, and that's when I first found this Polish company going, that's my I don't know Polish accent, but that's mine.
Sausage. That's Polish. Says the ignorant American.
Sausages. That's how they sound.
Yes.
So yeah, so it really is just like it's kind of like a chess game with YouTube sometimes with content. The way that you can always guarantee that you'll be fine is if you make your own audio and you make your own video.
Yeah, go original. I mean, he got Black Griffin to do his, and or find sources that are chill. Like Undertale's great. Like Toby's really cool with use the soundtrack. I don't
There
like
is
it.
a lot, by the way, and I don't think a lot of people utilize this. There is so much royalty-free music out there that you can use.
Yeah.
That all you have to do is put their info in the description, and you're good, and you can do whatever you want with it.
And there's some networks you can join that will provide a library of music for you to use.
Yeah.
Like Frederick is like here's a list of music we have.
Yeah.
We bought, so you all can use it. So it's cool.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys.
So,
Yeah.
What's your least favorite part of making a video?
that's a good question. I like that.
The work.
Making least favorite part of making a video.
I know what mine is.
What is yours?
Recording.
Really?
Like I hate recording because I trip over my words so much.
That's a good question. I enjoy the recording process, but I have a bad habit of like when we're doing the reacts, I'll do a first time viewing when I'm filming, and what'll sometimes happen is I'm pausing a lot, and I'll be like, well, it was only a 22-minute episode, and I'll have 3 hours of footage. So then it's like cutting down all that footage is probably for me because
Takes
the painstaking process of just breaking down the footage.
Yeah.
That's probably it for me.
Recording. I hate recording. I really do. I hate hearing myself.
You plebeians over
Yeah,
here.
well, you're an announcer at a racetrack, so of course you need to.
Ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
well, I mean, you have a good chunk of improv in your videos too.
Oh yeah, I don't write scripts for my videos at all.
Have you heard it?
Not like for what?
Utopia.
Well, I okay. I didn't improvise the song,
Yeah.
no. But I mean, like we'll do a lot of promo videos for conventions, and pretty much all I want is names.
Yeah.
And you know or what we need to say, and I'll just go from there. Like for example, the I mentioned this the other day. I did a BabsCon promo. And it's literally my girlfriend just pouring chocolate syrup all over my face as I'm talking about BabsCon.
He straight faces too.
Yeah, and the chocolate was in my eyes, so I had no choice. I had to know what I was going to say
Turning back.
because I couldn't just read the... Chocolate syrup's really thick, and I made the mistake of trying... It was in my mouth, and I'm like, I'll swallow what's in my mouth, and then I realized, wow, I could really use a drink of milk, and I just had to keep going with the video. It was half torturous, but it was my own stupid idea. But yeah, so I like to improvise. I like to kind of just jump up and do something. Like sometimes we'll join a panel that we weren't originally going to be part of, but it's just about, hey, let's just do it. Let's just have fun. That's why we love doing the Who's Lines. So yeah, improvising is a big part of my videos. Yeah.
The recordings is, I don't know, like some people can just do recording and just knock it out one take, and I'm very envious of that because
Tom can do that.
Yeah, Tom's amazing at that.
Yeah.
He's also a great writer.
Yeah.
Like writing is the backbone of everything. So make sure you have a solid script, and by the way, like outlines, just brainstorming, writing things down, trying to group it together. That helps a lot. But yeah, because writing is the most. For me, it goes writing, recording, editing, which
I write after I edit.
Yeah.
Well,
Video's done, better record this.
What would you say is better? Would it be when you're scripting, so to speak? Would you say that it's actually like writing word for word what you want to say, or outlining? What do you think?
For me, a little bit of both. For me.
Yeah.
What do you think flows better?
For me, it's an outline when I do like movie reviews and everything. I just put down like the points I want to talk about, and then I'll just record. And then sometimes I improvise when I'm recording.
Yeah.
So
Because outlining will really help you. Like especially if you just want to improvise what you say, outlining never hurts because then it's like I want to hit this topic. Because what I will do sometimes is, since most of my stuff's improvised, is I'll realize, I forgot to say something. Yeah. Just fit that in somewhere as I'm wearing a different shirt and it's raining outside when the rest of the video is sunny. It's nighttime. But yeah, no, that's a solid way to go about your videos. Obviously, writing it out, having the idea, and then making it.
Yep.
Especially when you have a video that is timely, and you only have like one shot to film it. Like sometimes I go out to Disneyland, but I live like an hour and a half away, so it's such a terrible far way to get to Disneyland for you Georgians. I'm telling this to people in Chicago. They're like, yeah, Disneyland's right around the corner. But the I'll have to like map out everything and make sure I know what I want to do or have an idea of what I want to do. But then improvising what I film too, I'll be like, wait, I can use that. I didn't know that was going to be here. I'll use that. So improvising, outlining, it all helps the final product.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry with all these questions.
It's okay. That's what this is for.
How dare you ask questions in the Q&A portion?
Out of all three of your videos that you've done in the past, from the beginning to right now, was there any video that you wanted to redo, delete, or change?
I have one that I want to go back to. I make memoirs of each season, and what they are, they're PMVs, pony music videos. It's basically the whole premise of the video is chop cutting and to a beat or to a song or to music in order of how the season went. So typically they're from start to finish with a couple fun edits in the middle. They're basically, if you watch it, you're seeing scene for scene what happened throughout. It's a 4-minute music video, and I enjoy making those. I've considered going back to the season 1 memoir that I made a long time ago, just because that was when I was still learning how to format my videos properly, and it's like all small and the quality's not that great. And I'm like, maybe just make a revamped version of it. But I mean, that other than that, I don't know if I have any.
You live with very little shame as far as like you're like I like what I did.
10 years ago, I made that. Well, like for
You're nostalgic about it all.
yeah, I do, and I like looking back and seeing how far I've grown.
And that's a great feeling. Like
Yeah.
when you look at like it's important to keep making more because you look back a few years ago and be like, oh, wow, I got better at editing. I know how to record and learned how to keep a distance from the microphone and like because like I learned that from some of the VAs in the family that like keep like this distance between yourself and the microphone when you record, depending on like for this one, I'm gonna be really close. But learning how to gather your thoughts when you make scripts. You just get better. That's human nature. Is you will learn to improve over time.
Do you guys have any specific videos that you'd want to do?
300? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll share that story. So
Oh, yeah.
I was like a super duper brony back in the day. Like that's saying I'm not. anymore.
You are at a convention.
You're more casually
Yeah,
presented,
yeah.
bro.
I don't mind. I'm not really into it as much as I used to be. I'm going to 6 conventions this year. No, I was like super diehard passionate about it, and I remember in 2012 I took the final scene from 300 where I forget his name, the guy who plays Faramir in Lord of the Rings. He's like rallying the Spartans and like
He's the guy who tells the whole story, narrates it.
he's like, we're gonna usher in a future brighter than you can possibly imagine, and then they charge at the Persians. But I thought, I'm gonna make a Bernie version of this and talk about Lauren Faust and her sacrifice. And it was the cringiest thing you could have ever imagined. And I deleted that video. I wiped it off the face of the earth. It's gone forever.
And
Forever!
I always bring it up whenever we
Jack's Blade will say, I still got a copy of that. I'm like, you're bluffing. You're bluffing. I don't believe you.
So would you redo it though?
No, I would not. I would not. Because first off, it's not only is it insulting to the Greeks, but it was one of those things where, like, I mean, it's weird. Like, you look back on life and go, wow, why did I do that? You know? That happens a lot on YouTube, too. Like, you'll be making videos and look back on them going, why did I do that? But at the same time, you kind of just shrug it off and go, okay, I learned. Or that was my life at the time. It wasn't that you were wrong, you were just doing something different. We all went to the 1990s, some of us, and we all wore different clothes and poofy hair, and we look back on it now and go, why did we wear that? Same thing with people who wore fashion during the 80s or 70s. Like, every time the decade shifts in a new direction, we look back on the other one and go, what were we thinking?
Like,
That's
why are you wearing skinny pants?
Yeah, well,
That's such a 2010s thing.
Yeah.
you're wearing like a jacket from... Nice jacket, actually. I'm actually kind of cool.
Saber forgot his
I forgot
jacket.
jacket.
So he has like a 1990s windbreaker.
Yeah, my father dropped me off at the airport, and he's like, "You have a jacket?" I'm like, "Dad, it's spring," and he's like, "In Chicago." And I'm like, "Oh no!"
It snowed this morning. dude.
Yes.
I was like,
He's
"Ah."
he's cackling right now in Georgia. He's like, "Yeah, you should bring a jacket. It's gonna be cold." I'm like, "You're right. I should have brought a jacket." He's like, "Here, take mine." And he's got this like 1990s Dun & Bradstreet windbreaker that's like poofy and everything, and
It's the blue and green edition.
Yeah. It's like totally 1990s. But I wore it last night. It was super comfortable, and I'm like, I look good in this thing. And
So that's why we did a nature documentary with Bronies last night.
yeah, that was fun. We ran around like I was like narrating with David Attenborough.
Was
Wait,
anyone
that
at the
could be-
shipping panel last night? Did anyone see that?
Yeah, but that I was gonna bring up that like sometimes a video will just happen. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's weird. Sometimes lightning strikes, you make something awesome. Sometimes,
Unicon the truth.
yeah, and other times you make a video that, like, okay, switching gears. This is one of the worst feelings as an artist or a creator. You put your heart into something. Well, this is it. Like my magnum opus, like you said, or something. This is it. And then you put it on the internet. It's like, 17 views or 3 notes on Tumblr, whatever. No one cares or whatever. It's like, it sucks. And next week you release some willy-nilly thing you're just goofing off with, and it's like, 10 million views or something like that. It's
It
weird.
happens.
That's the law of the internet. If you care about it, it's gonna suck. If you don't care about it, it's gonna blow up. That's not always the case, but it's one of those things where I guess my advice to you all is don't be discouraged as a content creator. If you make something that flops, there's nothing telling you can't try a million more times before,
I don't know if people find it like us just trying to be humble or whatever, but I do think that, like, we talked about timing and all this other stuff and work, but there is a degree of luck
There's a lot of luck.
Yeah.
that goes into videos taking off, the right person getting it and sending it to the next right person, and then that person going, I gotta show this to this group of people, and they show those people. Sometimes that first connection doesn't happen.
There's a guy named Boogie, 2988, right?
Huh?
He has this character called Francis, and he's a bigger guy, and he really embraces that as a, I'm a raging nerd. Right? And there's a guy at the time on YouTube called Ray William Johnson. Y'all familiar with him at all? He's one of the older YouTubers. He doesn't do that anymore. And what he would do on his video channel, on his YouTube channel, is find videos throughout YouTube and just kind of comment on them. And he found Boogie's video, and he commented on it, saying, "Oh, this guy's hilarious, whatever." Because in the video, I think he was the raging video for Boogie.
Yeah.
So Boogie now has over 3 million subscribers. The fact that Ray William Johnson found the video and promoted it, that led to Boogie's success. Now he has a house, he's got a wife, he's got he's at the Golden Plaque, he makes YouTube his career,
Yeah.
and that's all because, the butterfly effect. Somebody promoted his video at the right time. Now he's living it up.
Yeah.
Did you have a video?
What? Oh, a video that I would
Yeah.
redo.
Yeah.
Well, some of the earlier videos that I had on my channel of movie reviews, I didn't use screenshots back then, so I'd probably redo those. And also for how excited I was about a movie, because I really, really, really love the Lego Movie. So, and when I first made my video on it, I wasn't that excited about it. So I'd probably redo that just because I love the Lego Movie so much now.
You're gonna get a second take at it though, because the sequel.
Oh yeah, that's
that
right.
Batman
yeah.
movie and
Yeah, the
Ninja,
Lego Batman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm redoing my review from 3 years ago. It's great.
It's amazing. Recommend it 10 out of 10. Any other questions? So I think we got about another 14 minutes. So
Yeah, and it could be anything, like we said.
we're just here to chat with y'all.
Is that a hand in the back? Oh. Well, I mean, if there aren't any, yes.
How do you get more comments?
More comments.
More comments.
Hmm.
One thing you should do is to have call of action at the
Yeah.
end of the video. Yeah, or asking a question at the end of the video.
It's
Yeah.
smart. A lot of YouTubers do this. They'll say, comment, tell us what you think below. Also, subscribe, and things like that, because people are more willing to do it if you tell them. And also at the end of the video, it goes wham with the viewer retention. They drop off like flies.
Yeah.
So it's good to kind of say that a little bit before then even.
Yeah, they like they're saying, a lot of videos will pose questions or whatever. People like to have an opinion.
Yes.
And so a lot of times that, depending on what the content is, if it is something that you can ask people to either, answer a question, or sometimes if you have a series that's going, let the people know, hey, what do you want to see next?
It also helps in the title card too. For my videos, asking questions. That's what it's all.
Yeah,
about.
why, how.
Why is,
Yeah.
yada yada, blank, blank, blank. And
Why is M.A. Larson here?
because a lot of folks are opinionated, they're gonna, a majority are gonna be they won't even watch the video, they're like, well, they'll leave a comment. But it's so good because I think that shows what their news feed.
Yeah, it's user feedback.
So-
Or not feedback, but crap, what is it?
User.
Interaction?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So it helps. So yeah, asking a question in your title card helps. a lot.
Even disliking a video is still user interaction.
Acknowledge
Yeah.
me somehow. Look at me.
Know what this means, senpai?
Exactly. Senpai, please. Any other questions? Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
About comments, what do you do for mean comments?
I read all of them. So I know some people are like, oh, just ignore them, but technically reading them, I guess, is not ignoring it. I don't typically respond to comments though, whether they're good or bad. Because when you get a lot of comments, it's hard to respond to everybody.
Mhm.
Unless there's a specific question, why did you do this? And you're like, oh, I didn't do that.
The only things I would really reply to are comments where it's Saber, you had a technical error at this point, or there's something
Yeah.
truly incorrect about your video as far as the structure of it. That's when I jump in. Someone's
Sometimes I miss a frame of something and I'm like, oh, whoops.
Or misinformation or whatever. I don't want that.
Yeah.
If it's something like this video was horrible and you should, be ashamed of yourself, whatever. It's the internet. There's always going to be mean people on the internet because people are behind their computers and they're internet warriors and they feel tough. But I brush it off because I'm like, thanks for leaving a comment. Thanks for watching the video.
Yeah.
And also, I guess a little tidbit of information is, if there's, like, okay, I've done this before, like, because it's human nature, I guess, to be, you're told, like, you're beautiful 10 times. That's sweet. But if somebody says you're ugly, that comment's going to follow you for the rest of your day.
It's like it trumps the rest. You're
Trumps.
just like, what?
Yeah, because it's human nature.
But we've talked about this too. It's like for anyone that does aspire to have success on YouTube, be ready to work on forming a thick skin if you don't have.
It's
one.
inevitable.
Yeah.
If you want to grow, it's going to happen.
There comes a point where you'll get, like, if you start getting big enough, there comes a point where you will have a group of people that just go on your videos to dislike them or make a mean
Which
comment.
you should be proud of. That means you've gotten that big.
That's what we always refer to as you made it on
You made it,
YouTube.
yeah.
Is that you have those people that are like, I'm just here to hate on your stuff.
Which means you probably have about 100 times as many who love your stuff. So that's great. So, ignore it.
You have to take the good with the bad, and sometimes the bad is nothing more than someone seeing. Like, we're bronies here. There's people that just don't like who bronies are. It's just a fact of the matter. And you'll get people that look out videos just to find them and say the same comment on 40 of them because they don't have
Or
anything better to do with their lives.
Yeah, or like if you have like a pony avatar on YouTube, like somebody will respond to it. It was like, oh, it's a brony.
So it is a matter of, and it's something that I think is sometimes not acknowledged as much. It does help. You almost need to have a thick skin with it. Just you have to be prepared for it.
And bit of advice: don't reply to it ever.
Yeah,
seriously, because
yeah.
when you acknowledge it, it bumps it to the top of the comments.
If someone starts saying something about you that isn't true, it's not true. Like, I know
You
this.
can defend yourself if you want. It's your call. It's completely up to you. But I guarantee, because I see this happen before with YouTubers who will be like, you have this obscure comments, we got maybe 2 likes saying like, you did this wrong. This is why I don't like you. And the person who makes the video will be like, whoa, I'm gonna respond to it, which brings the spotlight right to that comment.
Yeah, didn't PewDiePie do that once?
PewDiePie does that.
Yeah.
Boogie does that. A lot of folks do that on accident.
It's really hard to defend yourself on anywhere on the internet.
Because it's petty. It's ultimately, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter unless you feel like it really does. And that's why, like, the only time I will ever actually get in there, besides saying thank you for watching, is if someone's like, Saber, this is completely incorrect, or you have a huge error with the video here. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna fix this, or this is why that happened.
I had one thing. This wasn't necessarily on YouTube, but it was in reference to the Bronies Reacts, where I had somebody who I knew, I guess, had a name in the fandom. It was something that I'm like, why is this person saying this? And it was I forget exactly. They were accusing me of doing something, and instead of going the route they did and going on the video or going on Tumblr or wherever they made the comment, I kind of sent them a private message and I explained myself. I said, look, that I don't do that. I'm sorry if I gave you that impression. I was just tried to be as mature and calm about it as I could. And the person responded to me going, oh wow. I wasn't expecting you to be this nice about it.
It's refreshing.
And they were like, well, thanks for responding. It's like sometimes you can counter the negativity with positivity.
Well, humans we're not all jerks. There are people who are capable of reason. Like I have 2 ideas, or 2 examples. So, first off, about intervening or commenting. Like, okay, my last video, I had someone leave a comment saying, oh, please don't turn into just a top 10 channel. To which I felt like that was me. I wanted to jump in and say, I'm not. I do this every so often.
Please don't retract.
This is my next video. And I made that comment because I want people to see it. I want people to know, oh, that's his channel going on in the future. Cool. I wasn't going to go, I'm not doing it. You're a jerk. I hate you. I'm going to delete your channel. Whatever. So also, jumping in with what you said. So I made this really, the Civil War trailer with Spider-Man jumping in and going, hey guys, you know that? No? Okay, so...
Spoilers.
So it's a long story short. So I made an edited version on Tumblr where I took some audio from some other obscure reference and put it in there. And I just...
Thing?
Yeah, with the EB games.
Whoa, hey guys.
Because Batman says, hey guys, and then there's a commercial where it was really weird. This guy was like, it was really weird because the way he delivered it was like, whoa, hey guys. So I took that audio, put over Spider-Man, put on Tumblr, just as an upload by itself, not a YouTube video. I get a message a few days later, so this guy goes, did you steal my video? I'm like, what? And I said, no, what's going on? And he's like, some of my friends said that you stole my idea from my YouTube video and put it on Tumblr. I'm like, oh, and he linked me his video. It's got 70,000 views. I'm like, hey, that's really cool. I did not know that this was a thing. I just, it's just coincidence. I just came up with this idea myself, and I threw it on Tumblr. No harm, no foul. And he's like, oh, okay. My friends were telling me you stole it. I'm like, if you want to believe that, but it was a coincidence. It's it. And he's like, okay, cool. Just willing to check.
That happens too.
That's another thing on YouTube.
Sometimes it's always worth, like, if you think you have a really good idea, sometimes it's worth looking ahead to see if someone did, because I've had videos in the past where I'm like, I have this awesome idea, and I did it, and then I found out that someone had already done it, and it was a lot better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, my friend Scott told me, and he heard this quote from somebody, when it comes to creating things, either do it better or do it different. That's a good rule to go by when it comes to making anything. So, like, looking first.
And that being said, just because someone's already done it, it doesn't necessarily mean don't do it.
Yeah, it's
because if you don't know it exists, I always feel good when I actually, it's funny, I'm going against my advice here. I actually, like, when we make Brownies Reacts, I will avoid any other reaction videos to anything involving the episodes, because I don't want to feel like if I come up with a joke, I don't want to feel like, oh, but that person already made that joke. Or then I'll feel like, maybe I got that idea from them.
That's why show staff from the show don't read fanfics.
Yeah, no, and it's the thing. It's like, for me, I feel better about the product knowing, well, I came up with that joke. Even if we both did, I know for a fact that I did not get that joke from you.
Surprise, surprise. There's 7 billion people on the planet, and someone else came up with something that you thought of too.
Incredible.
Yeah, I have a branding intro for my videos.
Oh, yeah.
And there's another YouTuber who has the same exact kind of intro, though the font's kind of different.
It's a little Nintendo.
Yeah, it's a little Nintendo reference.
There's only one other person in the world that uses that?
I think.
There might be
more. Yeah, there might be more that use that same intro, because if anybody who's a Nintendo fan might think of that.
Someone has a GameCube version too, probably, with their name, But
PlayStation.
But the thing is, they don't own that.
Yeah. So they can't really defend it if they don't own that kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree.
And plus, I did it first.
There you go.
First.
I'm throwing my flag down.
Oh yeah.
The other guy has like a ton of subscribers.
Those are always fun.
Better than Twilight. All right, any other questions? So we got about, I believe, 4 more minutes. So, anything you all want to know? If not, maybe we can, I guess, close that early if you'd like.
20 questions.
What was that? How did we meet? I met him at
FarmersOnly.com.
Christian Mingle. No, I met Race at Everfree Northwest 2012, and I met Paleo on YouTube. He made a video that was like, "Why My Little Pony's Great. You should watch it." And I made a similar video, and it's funny because at first I thought, I hate this guy. He's stealing my idea.
Yeah, I thought
Get your own original idea.
They hated each other.
I thought his voice was terrible.
Well, you're not wrong. All right, so
have you changed your opinion of the voice?
Huh? Yeah, it's more refined now.
Oh.
I mean, you've gotten a lot better at recording.
Thank you. Oh, my first reports are awful.
Wow. Why don't you just kiss already? Just go.
That's another panel. But, no, I first met Paleo. I hated his guts. And then he messaged me saying, we should talk on Skype. And I'm like, oh, hi, I love your stuff. I was so two-faced at first.
Yeah.
And then we became really good friends.
Yeah.
And then Race, I mean, we talked online, kind of, on YouTube.
The first time I ever contacted this guy was when the whole derpy thing happened.
Derpy.
And you made a video basically telling everyone to get over it with Spike saying, get over it. But it was preceded by, he took the track from Lord of the Rings when Gandalf falls. And I'm like, what is that from? So
you're a big soundtrack junkie.
I am a super soundtrack junkie. And nice.
Yeah. The Gandalf fall, from Two Towers, or Fellowship of the Ring, like I use that, he falls and everything goes silent. And then he messaged me, what do you use? I'm like, oh, I use that.
What is this from? It's from this. I'm like, oh.
Back when YouTube messages still worked.
And that was the extent of our friendship. It still is. No,
I
yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
the
So
Lord's
then,
last
then
name.
we met in person in Seattle. I know we did the Bronies React together, and you ate a muffin and or whatever. And then at some point, it was
We went to
Equestria
Disney.
LA.
We went to Disneyland, and that sealed our friendship. Where we both discovered, oh wow, we are complete idiot
we were like-
goofballs. This is great.
We were like two Rafikis running around like, you just saw
And
it.
it was weird. It's so weird because when it comes to interaction with people, you got to warm up and everything. We sprinted past that. We're like,
Like
whatever.
everyone's like, well, there go the children. And we're like, yeah, Main Street. So yeah, and then it just kept growing from there. We've had a lot of
good, excellent stories. And
excellent
adventures.
stories that just kind of continue to like make the glue stronger.
That's the best part about this, I guess, show and these kind of gatherings is you get to make friends who, even if the show kind of panders off or panders, whatever, the show slows down or you lose interest, you still meet people who are people and it's they're friends and it's cool to hang out with them.
And you end up at Steak and Shake.
What's that?
And you end up at Steak and Shake.
Steak.
And getting pills in your drinks.
So weird.
Yeah, that was weird. We went to Portillo's.
Portillo's.
Oh my gosh! I got a
What a-
chocolate
what a
cake
different
shake.
experience.
No kidding, that was like a complete 180.
Yeah.
Oh, I was watching this MTV show one time, and it gave me a good laugh where this guy's like, my daughter made a complete 360. And I was just sitting there like,
She came.
I don't think you know math or how that works.
It was like complete 60.
It's complete 360. She pulled a complete 90 degree and walked that way.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that's a wrap here.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah.
We love your questions. We love your us. We love us.
We love ourselves. No. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. We had a great time talking about YouTube with you all. We have another panel tomorrow. It's going to be the community guest
It
panel.
has like Josh Scorcher, I think KP on it, and Jay Holler and folks. I think. I know that we're on it. So
He's just
all that
spreading
really
rumors.
matters.
Yeah. So yeah, so enjoy the rest of your Saturday, guys, and
Have fun.
have fun.
All right. See y'all. Thank you.